Well, I'm not sure if you realized, but there's only 4 more months until 2021. No, I'm not kidding. There's actually just 4 more months until 2021. That's September, October, November, and December. Yes, I was as surprised as you are right now when I first, the realization hit me. But now I'm like, oh my god, I haven't done half the things I wanted to do this year. I feel like I've made a lot of progress this year, but at the same time, I'm like, no, there's only 4 more months. There's so much more progress to make. So I'm in that kind of a mindset right now. Honestly, I don't know how this year just went away. We've been at home for almost 6-ish months, and that's never happened to me, and I'm pretty sure that's never happened to you as well. But here we are, and coming back to the present, my college begins on September 1st. Yeah, the disappointment, I'm not sure if it's visible on my face, but I'm super, super sad that my college is starting again. I just wish my life was like this. It's a lot more fun when you don't have to go somewhere. Online classes start September 1st, but offline starts October 1st. So things are gonna change again for me. I am so used to this work from home situation right now. I don't know how I'm just gonna adapt to the non-work from home situation anymore. But back to the plan with me. This is supposed to be a plan with me. So back to the plan with me. We're planning for September as usual, and this month I've decided that I'm going to be changing up a lot of stuff in my planning system. So what happened last month was I literally did not even fill my habit tracker for a single day. This is how my habit tracker looks, and I don't remember opening my bullet journal even one day, and I don't remember even opening my planner one day, and I was just all over the place in August as well. Like with habits, it was a different level of all over the place. But so this month I decided I was going to make some changes, and I actually got inspired by this pin that I saw on Pinterest about goal setting, and I wanted to try out this new way of goal setting. So that's what I kind of did for this month. I have to see how it works for me, but I feel setting my goals this way is a lot more better. So what I've essentially done is I've broken down all my goals into habits, right? What I used to do earlier, I used to have these 3 big goals for every month, and then I would have these set of habits that I would track. Like for the last month, my 3 big goals were to upload 2 times a week, finish my podcast recordings, and be more mindful about time. And then I had a number of other habits, like 3 habits that I was going to start creating, and that didn't really work well for me. So this time what I did was I have no goals. I only have more of habits that will eventually lead to my big goal. I'm not sure if you understand, but for example, say my goal for this month is to be more healthy. That's not what I'm putting down on paper. What I'm putting down on paper is to have no processed food, have 4 liters of water, and walk every day. So essentially, I'm setting 3 goals for each category of my life. So I've kind of chosen 8 aspects of my life to set goals for. The first one is health. Then we have mindset, self-care, Astridelle, enjoy, college, home, and family. So these are almost 8 aspects of my life that I'm starting to focus on individually. And what I'm doing is that each week my goal is not the same, or the habits that I'm doing for each is not the same. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm just thinking about what can I do to make that aspect of my life better. So every week, even if I've just written down 3 things here for health aspect, every week the things that I can do for that certain aspect could change. For example, instead of walk every day, I could probably stretch for a week and walk for another week. In that way, I won't just get, bored by what I'm doing, and I can constantly switch up what I'm doing and yet stick to my habits. This is what I'm expecting. Yeah, so what I've done is basically I've set like goals for each aspect here. So this is like health, mindset, self-care, Astridelle, and so on. And now what I'm doing is I'm doing weekly planning. Again, I felt like my monthly planning system is not working much for me because I forget about the habit tracking and all of that. So instead what I did was I wanted to go by a more weekly route and plan every week and plan what I want to do based on this current week. For example, if I feel like I don't feel like walking anymore this certain week, next week I'll probably switch it up to maybe stretching or yoga or something of that sort. So I kind of wanted to give myself that flexibility. On the other hand, when I was setting a certain habit for the whole month, then I felt like that flexibility was lost, and 10 days into it I kind of got bored by that, or just did not feel like doing that anymore. So what I did right now is to basically set a weekly plan. I need to work on myself on certain aspects this certain month, and the reason behind it is because I kind of started realizing a few things about myself. For example, with my mindset, I realized that in some aspects I do have a super positive mindset. On the other hand, in other aspects, I'm going very negative. So what I kind of wanted to do was to make sure I don't go into the negative mindset, and instead I go into a more positive mindset and keep my vibes up, right? So the three goals the three habits that I'm going to be doing to get into this mindset is like manifestation journaling. So I'm going to be doing manifestation journaling 3 times this week. So I'm not good with explaining, but manifestation journaling is basically writing down what you really want in present tense. For example, if you maybe want to win a prize at a competition later, sit down and start writing down as if you've already won that prize today. Write down in detail what you did the whole day after winning that prize. So that is what manifestation journaling is. I'm not super good at all of this yet. I'm just getting started with it. I did not even know something like this existed until last week. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing this week. I'm going to be doing it thrice a week just to get myself in a more positive space. The other mindset habit that I'm going to start getting in is gratitude journaling. I've always talked a lot about gratitude in a couple of my videos and how important it is to be grateful, but I've never really taken time to sit down and write it down. So this time I'm going to be doing that as well. I'm going to be sitting down and writing down what I'm grateful for each day. And then finally, meditation as well. Meditation is something I've been wanting to inculcate for a very long time, but I just haven't been able to do it. So this first week I'm going to be focusing on meditating as well. So this way I've kind of set goals for each aspect of my life, and I feel this is a much better way to track my goals because I have the freedom to alter them as I need rather than having to stick to one certain habit for the whole month. So I feel that's one good thing. I also felt like in this way I'll be more accountable to my stuff because on a weekly basis I need to do this. When I did it on a monthly basis, I only knew it for the first 1 week, and the rest of the weeks I would kind of it would slowly fade away. But now that it has to be done weekly, I feel like it's not going to fade away as much as it did before. So that's another good thing about this new system. I'm not sure if this new system would work for me, but at the end of the day you won't know if things would work for you until you even try it out. And that's the reason I decided that let's try out this new system this week or this month and see how it works for us. So that's basically how I'm completely changing up my goal planning system. So instead of setting 3 big goals for the month, what I essentially did was I broke down all my goals into different aspects of life and started changing those goals into habits rather than just saying my goal for this month is to drink 4 liters of water or whatever it is, right? So that's basically what I did for this month. So this is basically my plan with me for this month. So before you click away, I have a super exciting announcement for you. I am launching the Astridelle newsletter. So the newsletter is basically a mail that you will receive in your inbox every Tuesday with a few tips from my side telling you what's going on in my life, what are some new things I'm learning, giving you a few recommendations from my previous week, and also telling you what's happening new on the Astridelle front. So this is a way for me to get more up close and personal with all of you and tell you whatever new is happening in my life, teach you what I'm learning, and a number of other things like that. So if you want to be a part of this newsletter and get a newsletter in your inbox every Tuesday, then make sure to sign up for it in the link in the description box below. So once you go to the link in the description box, you will have to fill in your name and your email address. All this information is going to be safe. It will not be shared with anyone. The only purpose of this information is to send you mails whenever something new is happening, and every Tuesday, of course. So you will have to fill up this information and submit it, and Tuesday, which is the 1st of September, you will receive the first ever edition of the Astridelle newsletter. It's an absolutely amazing newsletter. I have so much valuable information even in my newsletter for you guys. So make sure you don't miss out on subscribing to the newsletter. And with that, I'm going to be seeing you in the next video, and until the next video, bye bye.